PK in the universe, and I am back again with another video. And today we're here to talk about the HyperMegaTech Super Pocket. And there's going to be two versions of it. There's one that's going to have Capcom games, and one's going to have games from TAITO. And basically what these two devices are is they're a small handheld pocket console the size of a Game Boy, and they have the Game Boy form factor, and they each have Evercade slots to play Evercade games. And you're probably wondering, why is this? Well, it's because it's made by Blaze. Actually, Blaze owns HyperMegaTech. So why are they making this, and why is it not branded with Evercade, since it plays Evercade cartridges? And I think the reason is pretty logical. Is this is not geared towards the hardcore Evercade folks. This isn't geared towards the guy who's got a purple Evercade, okay, or a Founders Edition Evercade, or who's pre-ordered the Atomic Evercade VS. This is not for those people. It's geared towards people who are non-Evercade owners, or people who just want to dip their toe into Evercade. And it makes perfect sense. This is ideal for somebody who is like, why would I spend $150 on the Evercade EXP when I can buy a Switch Lite for $50 more? Or why would I spend $100 on an Evercade VS when I can, again, spend $100 more to get a Nintendo Switch Lite? There's a lot of different handheld options out there. The handheld market is huge, honestly, and there's a lot of demand for cheap handhelds. They're like all over Amazon. And here's the thing, though. You have the Evercade EXP, it's $150. You have the Evercade VS, which is $100 with the single game. With the two games, then it's $130. You don't have original Evercades anymore being sold. They used to be $99 all day, and they'd come with 3 cartridges, which was pretty darn cool. You'd have 3 different cartridges you could try out and enjoy. You don't have that anymore. That's not around anymore. They've discontinued the original Evercade. This fills that gap. This is going to get people into Evercade more likely than another Evercade EXP, because that price point is hard to justify for a lot of people. The Capcom games are really enticing, but for some people that might not be enticing. So I think it's a good thing, honestly. And personally, am I going to get one? Oh, heck yeah, I'm going to get one. I'm going to get one on day one, pre-ordering it from Best Buy. I'm going to get the green TAITO one, and I'm going to get it for my son. I actually have my son in mind by getting this, okay? Because I think that's a lot better than me letting him play my purple Evercade, which there are only like 1,000 in existence. So maybe it's not so good that I let him play this collector's item all the time. So I think it's great. He already enjoys games on the Evercade VS. Why not get him his own handheld Evercade? It makes perfect sense. It's perfect for kids, honestly. For the people who are like, why isn't this for me? Why isn't this for me? You know the type. It's like, there's a reason Blaze did not brand this as Evercade. They don't actually want the hardcore Evercade people to buy it. There's some people who will buy absolutely anything that Blaze makes, no matter what. And there is a special edition, collector's editions from Funstock that they are selling for just those people. But most people, don't have any use for this Evercade. They probably already have an original Evercade, or an Evercade VS, or an Evercade EXP. Why would they need this? The answer is they don't, because it's not marketed towards them. And I totally understand that perspective, It's kind of like my videos. I make YouTube videos. Retro gaming has always been the core of my channel, of the kind of videos I make. Now, every Evercade owner is a retro gamer, but not every retro gamer is an Evercade owner. So I talk about stuff besides Evercade. I recently made a video on Outrun. It was a review of the Sega Genesis version. It was an absolutely magnum opus level video. And I understand my Evercade audience probably isn't interested, and that's totally fine. And I understood that when I made that video. I wasn't trying to necessarily target Evercade owners and players, obviously, because Outrun is not on the Evercade. It'd be really cool if it was, but maybe it will be someday. You never know. I mean, getting Capcom licenses and TAITO licenses, maybe that's the gate that opens it up. And I hope to see a TAITO cartridge or a Capcom cartridge. Like I've said before, I don't think the Capcom cartridge is ever happening. TAITO one probably won't either. This is probably the best they can do. Probably the choices were either get it this way or not get it at all. But at the end of the day, folks, I don't think this is geared towards the people who are, want to just, get another thing to add to their Evercade collection. This is intentionally not targeted towards the Evercade audience. That's why this is branded as a HyperMegaTech device. that just happens to have an Evercade cartridge slot, because it's a gateway drug. And it's a great value too when you think about it, because think about how the original Evercade, yeah, it was like $99 all day. Well, guess what? You buy this little Evercade handheld and it's got the TAITO games, and then you can buy 2 more cartridges and spend about the same money as you would have spent on the OG Evercade handheld that came with 3 cartridges. It's a pretty darn good value when you think about it. Again, it's a gateway drug to get people who aren't into Evercade. So maybe they buy this and they're like, you know what, maybe I want to get an Evercade VS now. Maybe I want to get an Evercade VS now because I've enjoyed this pocket, console so much. And best of all, you already got games for it. You already got games to play for it. So, because you probably bought some Evercade cartridges to, test them out and see how they work on that. So I think it's a big win for Blaze, and I'm really excited for them. I think it's tremendous, and another, handheld that necessarily isn't for the hardcore Evercade people, and targeting the mainstream is a great idea and a great move. I wouldn't be shocked to see these on the store shelves of Best Buy, honestly. This would kind of fit in with, certain parts of electronic sections. There is that casual audience. Blaze is targeting a casual audience. They are not targeting this hardcore niche of Evercade owners who buy every special edition, every Founders Edition. This is for the people who, aren't really looking closely. I made a bit of a parody video a while back of could we have an Evercade Mini Classic? And I feel like my prediction was half right. I didn't think there'd be a cartridge slot. That's a huge bonus. But having some curated games in a nice little mini console like this, and that's what this is really. It's almost like a mini console that happens to play Evercade cartridges, which is all Evercades really are, is a mini console that happens to have a cartridge slot, that play more games that you can add to, which is fantastic and incredible. So I'm really excited for it, excited to give my son one. I'm going to pre-order it here this week, and looking forward to getting one in the future. So, but that's my thoughts. What are your guys' thoughts? Are you angry that Evercade isn't targeting you to buy more stuff? Or are you like, I think it's great that the casual market has got something that they can have that's Evercade related or Evercade adjacent that can get them, onto the Evercade train? Comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and stay awesome in this universe. Later.